curiosity, citizen.
Howdy, everyone. What's up, and welcome to... I don't know why it's still going. Sorry about that. Again, I'm working through some of this stuff. To the third Perfect Park Day, and I have an amazing, awesome, talented guest, and I'm going to bring her in right now. I hope most of you know her. If not, all of her socials, her link tree is in the description, and please give her a follow, subscribe to her Patreon. I'm going to let her talk about everything because she knows herself better than me. And we have Wicked Virtue here herself. Thank you for joining us.
Hello, how's it going?
I'm good. I'm tired and hungover, but that's okay.
We'll
I picked the time frame.
Yeah.
Luckily, the rocket launch that was supposed to happen right now stopped, because if that did, I would have lost internet. So,
oh no.
Yeah. Bad side about living near a space area.
Oh yeah.
They just knocks it out.
It gets loud, huh?
Oh yeah, the whole house shakes.
Oh.
Dog starts barking. Car alarm goes off. It's pretty intense. So, before we get started on the Perfect Park Day for Wicked Virtue, we're gonna let her. Please tell me anything you have going up, or tell everyone in the chat anything you have coming up soon. Twitch streams, I don't know, cosplay, yeah. You do it all.
Yeah, I do it a little bit of everything. Yeah, so I'll be streaming on Twitch. My next thing will be tomorrow. I usually do Sunday mornings. And I also have YouTube, which I appreciate. You have my link tree in your description there. I do cosplays. I will actually be branching out onto doing more of my cosplay stuff on YouTube. I still post what I do now, but I thought, why not add it on there? But yeah, I have Patreon and Fan House, and yeah, Twitch and YouTube. Tom's already got it covered. He's got all my socials in the link tree in his description. So that's where you can find me: Instagram, Twitter. Everywhere.
Well, those cosplay stuff for shorts will really actually help out your channel. I've been seeing lots of growth for smaller channels with that.
Yeah, that's why I put it on, because I'm like, why don't I ever do this? Because it's not like I'm not monetized or anything yet. So I mean, if they copy strike, they're not going to get anything. If there's the music in the background,
they don't copy strike the shorts.
Oh, I didn't know that. Thank you. That's good to know.
I have not get claimed for anything from a short yet, even.
Oh.
So I think it's a different bucket. So there's the shorts and the other, like your videos and live streams. So they're like a separate bucket thing, because I have not gotten in trouble for any of mine yet. And it's amazing how much growth you can get from them. Just saying, like, I've gotten like 2,000 views off of one short in like 5 minutes.
Yeah, well, that's what I just put up my Black Widow one, and I just did it just to see, and I'm like, wow, like it's not a lot, but it's more than I normally would get, especially when I first post something. And I got a few subscribers from it too, and I'm like, oh wow, okay.
I've been getting like 10 per short. I'm like, okay, wow, yeah. I don't understand this, but I'll take it.
I know, same.
First of all, I want to thank you to like the 20 new subscribers I've gotten in the past 2 days. I don't know how many of them are here right now, but thank you for subscribing. We're getting closer to that 1,000 number, a little bit at a time, and I thank everyone for that. You guys are all awesome, and I will work on some stuff to send out to people to once I get actual income from this, because right now I'm in the red or in the black. I don't know what the marketing the accounting term for it is, whatever it is. So let's start with the actual meat and potatoes of this stream, which is the 4 pillars. We're gonna have a 5th one because Wicked Virtue actually has been to a theme park. Thank you.
Yay!
Thank
you. This year too, so not that long ago.
So we're gonna add in our 4 pillars, and we'll save the special 5th one towards the end. So I would like to ask, so your main, where you've been is Universal, correct?
Yeah, besides like little places like Six Flags and stuff like that.
Oh, they're amusement parks, they don't count.
I know, that's what I say too. I'm like, no shade, but after going to Universal, that's the only park I've been to, in my opinion.
One quick thing. We have some theme park West Coast royalty in the house, and I do have to say hi to what's up to Orange Grove 55. Great guys over there. Vash.
Oh, they're awesome.
Dre. You guys are awesome. I do love your content, even though you're very Disneyland biased. If you want some more Walt Disney World stuff, I'm right here. Just saying. Part of park hopping. Like what? I'm not name dropping or anything like that.
Not name dropping.
God forbid. Oh, hey Lulu. What's up, Lulu?
My queen. I love Lulu. Hi, Lulu.
Lulu, awesome. Thank you for joining. Hey, I hope you enjoy this, and I hope this helps out with you coming down for the meetup. There's going to be a lot of tips and tricks I'm going to be doing in these streams leading up to the meetup, besides the wonderful conversations, because I know a lot of people are asking about stuff. So that's part of the whole reason I've been doing this, is to try and help people plan out.
Yeah, I've heard you're very good at all that. You know all the theme park knowledge, at least the Florida theme parks. Lulu, you're the best.
So now that we said hi to the chat, and Robert, I saw you in here. You are here every stream. You comment on every video, every Instagram post. Man, you are awesome for doing that. Thank you very much. And let's start with dining, because that's what I focus on. I'm a glutton. I like my food. I'm bougie about it too, so don't get me wrong. But Wicked Virtue, I got to ask, when you were here at Universal last, where did you eat?
I ate at Mythos.
Oh, she went. Wicked Virtue's bougie too. Awesome.
Well,
do you remember what you got?
Yeah, I do. It was really good. Listen, I love food. I'm not gonna forget that. And that I had I don't know what it's called, the Mythos Punch. Oh my god. Whoa.
Yeah.
So good.
Universal's got their cocktails very well down on point.
Yeah, it was delicious. But I had the sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
It was like I don't know what the name of it was, but it was the chicken. It was a chicken with a bunch of vegetables. Like, I don't know if it was Mediterranean chicken or something, but it was really good.
Is that like a chicken piccata?
Maybe.
Or
I remember it was chicken with, no, it was. Oh wait, yeah, no. Yep, you're right. That's what it was. It was like a Slovaki.
Mythos, for those that don't know, is a Greek.
It was like a half chicken with a bunch of vegetables.
Yeah. So Mythos, if you don't know, is a Greek restaurant. It's next to Poseidon's Adventure. It's actually one of the highest rated theme park restaurants in Orlando. And actually, since we're talking about it, we might as well bring up the menu so we can. Hopefully, what she had is still there, because
I was there in January, so I don't know if they would change it that soon.
So there has been a lot of shakeups on a lot of the theme park dining areas recently. Speaking of, like, even Disney has now introduced more alcohol into Magic Kingdom, which I know the managerial staff have been praying for like 2 years. So so expect some cocktail reviews in the future from Magic Kingdom, because I might go hop around and try some of those things. But let's bring up Mythos, the restaurant, just so we can go over the menu quickly and give a little refresher. Now, this does offer reservations online, which you will need most likely, unless it's a slow season. And it is a full table service restaurant, which is one of the few that Universal offers inside the parks. You have this, Lombardi's, and one other. I'm trying to remember. It's sort of like, all right, so let's get this tab open. I have to get another monitor soon in here. I'm sorry. This is all.
Oh yeah, second monitor is life changing. It makes life a lot easier with streaming.
Yeah. Well, most
you
of the
don't
time
gotta get a big one.
Most of the time I'm in a theme park. I'm not like in my house that much.
No, that makes sense then. Yeah.
We got some new people popping in. Thank you very much for the new people popping in. I've seen new names in here, so I like that. Oh. Or Rao Boom.
Hi.
Is that one of your subscribers?
One of my people's, yes.
Oh, okay. Thank you for popping by. Yeah, thanks. I love when meeting new people. So, all right, here we go. Everyday menu from Mythos. Oh, shoot. Lyndon. What's up? Lyndon Hall. Wow, we're getting a lot of...
Hey, Lyndon. Great stream today, guys.
Right. What was it say? Eshe, right? Eshe, bro?
Eshe, bro.
Yeah. It's up to 2, Lyndon. Sorry, I don't have any Lyndon fish. I can watch some of you full Aussie people. I'm getting in there with the Legion of Memers with that stuff. All right. So let's see if we can find what she had, and let's see if there's anything she might add to that meal, because this is about creating that perfect park day for her in the future, too. So
I'll be back.
Would Mythos be still your go-to? All I'm saying right now, that shrimp sushi katsu roll actually looks pretty good for the price. I'm sorry. I'm
gonna have to eat dinner after this. I'm already hungry.
All right. So looking at the menu for the appetizers, this is how we go through. Go appetizer, entree, dessert, drink. We'll set up your perfect meal for the day. And I want to say something to everyone. Remember, this is not park specific. So if she wants to just change her mind and say, you know what, I haven't eaten a California grill before, let's go check that menu out. This is not about reliving the past. This is about planning for the future too. So my question is, Mythos still where you'd want to eat?
I would eat there again. I loved it. So the food was delicious. The service was great. Like everything was top notch there. But it's also just like the view. The whole restaurant was beautiful. So I would definitely go back there, especially if I was going back for a couple more days. I went for 2 days to Universal, and
that's not enough, man. You need at least 4.
I know. Well, exactly. That's what I say. The same thing. That's why. So I had a choice. Sorry if I'm branching off here. I had the choice. I was going to do 1 day at Universal because I also went to SeaWorld too. I was going to do 1 day. SeaWorld was fun. Yeah. 1 day at Universal, and I was thinking about doing 1 day at Disney. But like for the prices, I got the Fast Pass or the whatever
Express Pass in your hotel,
Express
right?
Pass. Yeah. Well, no, I got the Express Pass. And the hotel was near there. I stayed at the Surfside, which was right there. Or not
Okay,
the
so that's why you.
the other one,
so,
Dockside. Sorry, Dockside.
Quick little tidbit. So the Universal's equivalent of moderate and value resorts do not offer Express Pass with your hotel stay. Now, you have to think about this ahead of time. You're going up with the top tier hotel. You might actually break better price wise, depending on the time of season, because your Express Pass will be built in. Express prices are like surge pricing for Lyft or Uber. They will go up on higher priced seasons and higher price time of going. So I've seen people that spent like $1,800 for 2 days on tickets and Express Pass, where they could have gotten $1,000 hotel room for that time frame and gotten 4 Express Passes for the entire family.
Wow.
Covered that way.
See,
so
I didn't know that.
Please pay attention to that. It's something that a lot of people don't think about because you're like seeing the sticker shock of the hotels for like Hard Rock or Portofino Bay, which are definitely top tier resorts. Don't get me wrong. They are gorgeous. And you can bring your pets. They actually have dog walking services, and all of the Lowe's hotels there are pet friendly, which a lot of other people don't think about because then you can save yourself some money on a kennel. Another thing, if you're in the regional area close enough to drive, so say like a 10-hour drive, Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina, Louisiana, and all that stuff. Just saying. But think about it ahead of time. So you could be like, say, oh, I'm going to get $100 or $150 room at Surfside or Dockside or off property for $80 to $90, but then end up spending more on your tickets and your Express Pass. So it's something to pay attention to. I'm sorry for cutting you off, but
you're fine. You're fine. That's a good tidbit. I actually, or information, whatever. I don't know words. Anyways, I didn't spend that much. This was why I decided to go to.
Well, you were a single traveler, which probably helped. I'm thinking about in terms of families.
Oh yeah. No. That makes total sense. But originally I thought doing 1 day at Universal and 1 day at Disney, but I'm like, I need multiple days for both. So price wise too, I think I spent like $360, maybe like $400. I can't remember exactly, but I know it wasn't more than like $400 for 2 days, and I got the Express Pass for 1 day. But I was there on the
good time frame.
Yeah, January.
Yeah, January's a good time. 100% January's a great time to travel for both parks. The crowd limits are low, and you will still in Disney side. I'm not sure about Universal. Disney side, you'll still have Christmas decorations up.
Oh,
so you'll still have gingerbread houses and all that stuff up for the first week after Christmas. So like from January 1st to January 10th or 12th, you will still have decorations up in the hotels and in the parks. So that's something people don't think about, and it's also cheaper travel time.
Yeah.
Just to get off the bats, because we haven't gone over hotels too much and all that, and Wicked Virtue has been down, I would suggest if you're planning to come down and it's going to be your like big trip you saved up, plan 3 to 4 days for Universal and minimum 4 days for Disney if you're doing both. So I'd say about 8 days. Now you could cut Universal down 1 day because of the Express Pass. So if you're doing one of those premier hotels, do the Express Pass and you can get 3 days there. So like say if you're looking for a week trip, like Sunday to Sunday or something like that, do that. And then do a moderate or up at Disney. Moderates have some of the nicer actual restaurants, to be honest. So Toledo and Coronado Springs is immaculate and amazing. I'll put links later for the reviews of those restaurants. And they the moderates have bakeries on site. So the breakfast pastries are normally fresher and better tasting than the deluxes because those are all cooked in one site and shipped out. Just something to be aware of. Sorry. I know random weird odd facts.
It's okay. I see the starter platter that I had. The what is it? Meze. I don't know.
The mezza platter.
That was so good. The pita with the pita and it's a dip,
Oh,
right?
how did you like the baba ganoush?
Wait, was that the right one? It had to have been it. There was a dip with it, and it was pita.
Yeah, I'm assuming this was it. I was asking how. So, baba ganoush is an eggplant dish. It's normally served as an appetizer. I was just kind of curious.
Oh,
how
wait a minute. Did they have? I don't remember if I had. All I remember is really good dip with pita chips.
Okay, it could be the lemon hummus.
Maybe I just didn't eat it. Maybe I just
the $11 lemon hummus.
Yep, that's probably what. Yep, that's what I got.
Okay, really so that's a great thing to bring up. Mythos, for being such a high quality and high caliber restaurant, their prices are very fair for the park. You're looking at $11 to $14 or $15 or $16 with the octopus. Which honestly, if you're going Greek, you might as well get the octopus. Just me. Mm-hmm. More protein you can have during the day will help you out to sustain like a 12-hour day. Just saying, you'll get tired. Yeah. I've seen Jay nap in the parks before.
I could have spent a whole day just at City Walk. I really like. That's what I'm saying. I wish I had another day at Universal because I could have just hung out at City Walk all day.
1 second. I have to say hi to Sarah. She always tries to join over from the UK. I'm glad she's able to pop in. Sometimes my streams don't get in the right time for her. Yeah. I'm trying to get better at that for the international crowds. So you're thinking you're gonna go stick with your lemon hummus? You think that's your?
That was it. There wasn't anything. It was just the chips and dip that had to have been it.
Would you want to try something different your next go around?
Maybe I would go for the other one, the mezza one.
The mezza?
Mezza.
Well, yeah. So the dip is definitely a good idea for a shareable appetizer. I agree with that aspect.
Yeah.
So
because I don't eat seafood now. I'm trying to branch. I wasn't raised eating it, and I just don't have a taste for it. But I know it's good for you, so actually, I'm trying to make myself eat it to kind of see if I can develop a taste for it and eat it more. So maybe by then I will, and I'll try something else. But
Roto Commission says that you would love be our guest at Magic Kingdom.
Oh, I would.
Because you love Beauty and the Beast.
I love Beauty and the Beast.
So
I got the car right there. I got the car right there. The Hot Wheels. Oops.
So that is French food. It's actually not that heavy. They have a great fillet. It's $52, but that is a price fixed meal. So you're getting appetizer, dessert, entree included. It's so seasonal pricing goes from anywhere from $50 to $65, I think, depending on.
That's not bad for everything.
Yeah, no, and you do see the Beast, the castle.
Do they have the gray stuff?
The gray stuff is delicious and it serves inside of a chip.
I want to try that.
You can eat the gray stuff outside a chip, which is a little bit disturbing. They give you a white chocolate chip cup to eat the gray stuff out of. So you're eating. I don't know. I don't understand why they have you eat chip. It's a little bit cannibalistic kind of or something. But it's a little weird. But I agree. Be Our Guest is a very great restaurant. It used to be amazing for getting in early to the park. They had a $20 breakfast where you could get in 2 hours before the park opened in Magic Kingdom. Amazing deal. So I wish they bring that back because you get on Mine Train like 4 times in a row, Peter Pan, and get all that stuff people wait hours for out of the way before anything can start. It's just amazing. But so you have your appetizer. You're going to go with the mezza. Let's roll down to the entree. Soup and salad? You a soup and salad kind of person, or are we just gonna go straight to the entree?
I went straight to the entree, but I would eat. I don't have a problem with soup and salad.
I'm not seeing anything all right. All right. Mythos, I'm sorry. Work your soup game up a little bit.
I would get the custom tomato soup. That's what I would get.
It's just a tomato soup. I mean, you could throw in like a Fra Diavolo soup or something like that. Throw in something. Little bit pizzazz.
See, my mom's a chef, so I'm good at critiquing some of this stuff. I'm a good cook myself, but we make this tomato fiesta soup that's really good, and that looks kind of boring in comparison to that.
Yeah, that's my point. This does not look that looks kids menu. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
that looks
that's
kids
true.
Menu. I'm sorry.
A little bit. Mm-hmm.
This is not this. tomato soup does not equal perfect park day, in my opinion. Not that it says it couldn't be. Like if there was some sherry vinegar in there, if there was something to bring it up a little bit, maybe saffron. I don't know, just something to bring it up. Some crab meat. I don't know.
Something.
Yeah. So let's get to the entrees, and this is actually interesting seeing a spinach and garlic ravioli. So they definitely throw in some Italian influences too to the restaurant. I see. So you must have gotten the brick oven roasted chicken. That's my guess. Is what you got.
Yep.
You did a half chicken.
That was it. That was it.
So,
it was delicious. It was between
honestly,
that. I almost got the spinach garlic. I remember looking at that.
All right, the lamb is what calls out to me. Just gonna say that right now. A ratatouille, fingerling potatoes.
I've never had
sauce.
lamb. I've never had lamb before.
Wait. Your mom's a chef and you've never had lamb?
No.
And you love food and you've never had lamb? Are you not into fatty meats?
No, it's not that. I'll try it one day. I've never had duck either.
Those are the two fattiest meats I can think of.
Really? Yeah, it's not that
Like,
I'm not
you have
into
duck,
them. I'm very
duck, you need to have the right weight. It needs to be like the fat needs to be rendered and cooked properly. Definitely for duck. Lamb's the same way. You want to get to that nice point where the fat will melt and doesn't get rubbery. Some people overcook duck, and I hate when that happens. But I
would be down to try it. It's just like when I go somewhere, I usually get like chicken or beef. That's just my go-to whenever I go somewhere.
All right, so this is just me speaking as a person that's been going to theme parks for 30 some odd years. Please stop ordering out of in your comfort zones, because that makes my menu stink at the end. It happened at Skipper's Canteen. They used to have lionfish and head-on prawns, and all you people that like chicken tenders made it so I can only have chicken.
I love chicken.
I'm not mad or anything like that, but
just upset.
Just a little upset. Lionfish is tasty, and you can eat the whole fish besides the spine, so you can just eat that like a caveman. And it was also an invasive fish in Florida, so it was kind of also helping out the local ecology. So they got rid of it because, whatever. People started complaining that I'm bitter or anything. But Universal doesn't seem to have as many items on their menus that are a little bit out there. Mm-hmm. So I wish that Universal would take some steps, maybe have at least one stretch dish. I know City Walks does with cowfish and antioches. I think they said it right. I'm not good with Spanish stuff. But also the pork chop for $28 is a great deal. I don't know the weight. 12 ounce pork chop for $20. That's a good price. That's right now, especially. Mm-hmm. And it doesn't seem like they've increased too many prices. So my curiosity would be, what's the weight on the lamb and what's the weight on the salmon? Because the only one they're giving you the weight on is the bone-in pork chop. So if they don't give you the weight, be careful. I've seen a lot of things cut down about an ounce or two from what it used to be. Inflation.
Yeah.
So we have to. There's sandwiches too. So you do have an option for a sandwich. Cuts the price down a little bit. You're almost looking at the same price as the appetizers. So you could do the grilled cheese and tomato soup. Equals out to being about $26 if you're into that type of thing, and especially if you're, I guess, vegetarian. That'd be a good option. Same with the lamb burger. The lamb burger actually might be your better bet. You don't want to eat too much. And also, you wouldn't have to worry about the fat content there. Because ground meat, they would probably be at 80-20, 70-30, probably, fat to meat ratio. No one cares about that. It's also just cheaper. So, desserts. What dessert? Oh, do they have alcoholic drinks? No, I have to go change the menu.
There was two different desserts I had. You have to pull
it
up.
Do you want dessert first or drink first?
You can do desserts and do drink last. I know what I had as a drink. It was a Mythos punch.
All right, they only have 3 options, so I'm guessing it wasn't that much. It's not that hard.
I tried the. Wait. Hold on. There was 2. I thought maybe not. It was a chocolate banana gooey cake. Then I thought I had 2 there. Yeah, maybe not.
There's the banana gooey cake. The creme brulee sounds good.
Maybe the creme brulee too. No, it was and the creme brulee, both of them. The
I will
chocolate banana
say-
gooey cake and the creme brulee.
I will say I'm a fan of panna cottas. It's kind of like a cheesecake almost. It's a little bit lighter.
Yeah.
Especially with the blood orange. I love
sounds good.
citrus. I love citrus fruits and desserts. I love that flavor you get. It's a brightness, especially towards like a lunch meal. You want to kind of don't want to be heavy or weighed down. So anything that you can help bring acidity to your dish to help kind of like cut through some of the fat you had earlier in the meal is a wonderful idea. So just an idea.
I had the chocolate. I love chocolate, so I couldn't choose between the chocolates, so I had both.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. It's still not bad pricing, about $9 to $7.
No, it's not. And it was really good. It was I think the chocolate banana gooey cake might have been the one I liked more if I remember correctly. Really good.
Hail Commander Phil, Legion of Memer in the house.
Hi, Commander Phil.
Yes, I am triggered at chicken nuggets. And I know Krista will be upset at me about that. But that's okay.
I think she'd forgive you.
And we're finally up to the most overpriced aspect of any theme park restaurant. Drinks.
The potion of the gods. That was so good. If you drink alcohol and you go there, get it. It's so good. So good. I could have.
Right.
I mean, it's expensive, but I could have probably drank like 3 of those. But then I would have had to get carried out of the theme park, so I only had 1.
All right, so this is where I come in. If you're there, staying on property, you're not worried about driving, skip the appetizer and dessert and grab the drink.
I did all 3.
I'm just saying, because no matter what, you're going to be looking at spending about $60 maybe on a meal, possibly. If you're getting an appetizer, dessert, drink, entree, you may end up getting a second drink. Just beware of that. Now, remember, if you're a pass holder, alcohol is not part of that discount. You will get discount on the food, but alcohol is never part of the discount on your annual pass. So just something to remember in the beginning if you're going to buy one, because Universal is still selling all of their annual passes to out-of-state people. So if you get 2 trips in a year, you're covering your cost of that annual pass. So that's a good thing to think about if you're considering to be repeat visitor to Universal. Just a little FYI. I try to push people, if they are going to be coming more than once a year, to go for one of those annual passes. Maybe not the top tier one, but at least one of them. You will get discounts. And like I said, if you're going for 2 times of at least 4 days, you're covering that cost. So, yeah, I'm just saying it is worth it. And a lot of people don't think that way because they'll think, oh, I'm just going to go once. And then they end up going again next year. And they didn't think, oh, I could have spent $400 or $500 at this point in time and covered 2 trips and been $100 in the green. We got Theme Park Casual in here. What's up, Theme Park Casual? Sorry, saying hi.
Hi.
Another theme park YouTuber from West Coast. Good content. He's a little bit smaller, so guys, give him a sub too. He's a wonderful guy. He's been on OG 55 a bunch of times, and he makes great content, especially for Knott's Berry Farm.
I'd love to go there. I keep getting told that the boysenberry stuff is good. I want the boysenberry wine.
Oh,
Never had it.
Yeah, I agree. I have to make my way over to that coast at some point. So we've finished. Oh no! So you're gonna get the potion of the gods again? Is that what you're getting?
I love margaritas, and I think that was my thing here. But I was persuaded to get the Mythos potion of the gods, and I'm glad it was so good. You know, it's so big too. I have a picture of me, and it's like it's like almost as big as my face. So
okay, so that's a good sized cocktail then, friends.
It is. It's big.
All right, so we've finished her Perfect Park meal aspect. She's doing a repeat. She's coming back to Mythos. She's going to try everything again, and that brings us up to the next aspect, which is the attractions. The reason you go to a theme park is, well, for everyone else besides me, is to go to rides. So I have to ask, what did you think about Universal's attractions?
I thought they were great. There wasn't a ride at all that I didn't not like, even the ones that people probably don't really boysenberry. Yeah, I want to try it. My favorite was Velocicoaster, which I think almost everyone says that, even though it was so crazy. But even the queue, everything on that was really cool, like how they have Chris Pratt and talking to you and stuff.
I love the caged raptors. That's a great
Yes.
animatronic.
Yeah.
Way to add an animatronic into a queue element that's easy to maintain and to add more immersion to it. I think that Universal started doing those animatronics in line. It's a really good boon to the general aesthetic of their lines. Because I remember going there as a kid and be like, you know, Disney, I can walk through and I feel like I'm in a different place. I walked through the line for Back to the Future and I think I'm in a warehouse. I'm sorry, that's what it was back in the 90s.
How it was? See, that's I wish that ride was there. I wish I could have gone on some of the classic rides. I did go on E.T. That one was good. That's
like, don't get me wrong, Jaws had a good line. I'm not gonna say everything, and King Kong did too. There were definitely rides that did have a great line. King Kong, Earthquake, all of those had good lines. It's just that some of them, like the Hanna-Barbera ride, it's like, all right, you're inside the thing.
Yeah.
The
Spider-Man queue, I'll just point out there because that was another ride that I enjoyed very much.
Oh, Daily Bugle Office.
Yeah. It was great.
So that came in around 96 with the expansion of Islands of Adventure. Prior to that, man, going to Universal, it was like Six Flags almost. I'm gonna have to say it. Pre 96, before Islands of Adventures, that was, even my 5-year-old self was like, I feel out of place here. I don't know why. Like I said, starting out at Disney at that time and then going over to Universal or SeaWorld, you're like, you don't start at SeaWorld or something like that, then work to Disney. So then you don't feel like, oh, this is quaint. I walked over the whole park in 25 minutes. It doesn't work that way in Disney. Or Universal. Well, Universal Studio side's kind of small. Islands of Adventure's bigger. But so you're saying your favorite attraction was between Velocicoaster and Spider-Man?
Yeah, those were definitely my top.
Now, future trip, what's your must-do that you haven't done yet?
I didn't get to go on Hagrid's motorbike. That's what it's called, right? Hagrid's motorbike. Yeah. It was down, and I was so sad because I had the fast pass that day. I can't remember if they had it back up because the second day that I went, I didn't have a fast pass. But I wasn't gonna like spend a bunch of time in line.
But you can't do fast pass for Hagrid's.
Oh, you can. So it also doesn't matter then. Okay. But no, it was down. So I think it was down both days, if I'm correct. So I would do that one. It looks like a lot of fun. I know. I mean, I got the one.
It does have single rider for the future reference to people. It does have single rider when it's not completely busy. So that's a good thing to know. It's about a 10-minute wait then. Not bad at all. It could be like an hour and a half, and you can wait 10 minutes. As long as you don't mind splitting up with your group. And then actually, if you can talk to the people that you pair with, sometimes you'll end up with your buddy anyway.
Other than that, I think...
so how about outside of Universal? Is there anything you'd want to try at Disney that screams out that you want to try and do?
I did everything. I want to go to Disney so bad. It was hard. It was a hard decision, but since my hotel was close to Universal and everything, that just kind of... That's what I decided to go with, but I'm planning on hopefully going to Disney World next year. It's pretty sure thing. I don't know when though.
So here's another helpful hint to make things a little bit more affordable. Besides the Airbnb option, which is a very good thing now, there's a lot of houses within like 5 minutes to Disney that are for rent for about $150 to $260 a night for like 4-bedroom houses with like 3 baths and a private pool. So Airbnb is a great option because those are moderate resort prices. And now you do have to think about the idea of an Uber or a car and parking fees and all that. So that is something you have to think about. So weigh those options. The other thing, and this is something I recommend to people, is renting DVC points. So you can spend about half your trip cost from a regular hotel to renting DVC points and staying at a much nicer room. So that is something I would, there's plenty of places that do it, the DVC rental, Dave's DVCs. There's plenty of places that do it, and you will save so much money renting points than you would paying cash. Just a straight out thing, and you'll still have the bus transportation. And you can get 2-bedroom units with 2 bathrooms, a full kitchen. Like you get condos almost to stay in for the price that you'd be paying for a moderate or like a regular hotel room at Universal. So that's something to think about if you have a family. And I'm the DVC. I do it. I stay there. The rooms are amazing. You don't get bothered by housekeeping, which I love. They don't bother you. And it's just something to think about. A lot of people don't know what it is, but it's a very affordable way. My brother just came down and rented points to stay in August. I think his whole trip cost him like $1,500 with ticket and stuff like that for 10 days.
Oh wow!
And he had a 1-bedroom unit which sleeps 6. So, and you know, like I said, full kitchen. He was at Animal Kingdom Lodge. He had the savannah behind him. Like, just saying, renting points. Look into it if you're thinking about coming down to Disney World. It is a good value option. Just bring it up. If people have questions about that, I could do a whole video about that later, or a live stream breaking down that stuff. Just ask. But
that's a good idea. I'd be interested in watching that, especially as someone who wants to come there next year.
Yeah. I'm going to just say this: stay where you're going to go. This is something I tell everyone: stay where you're going to go. So if you're going to Universal, stay at Universal. If you're going to Disney, stay at Disney. Make your transportation easier.
Yeah.
Just think about it that way. But if you're planning to go to Disney and it's your first time, 5 days. I said 4 before. I would say 5 days. You'd want to have 1 extra day in case you miss something.
Yeah,
because you may not want to do the park hopping ticket. That's an extra like $100 on top of your ticket price each day, I think. So maybe don't do park hopper and just add the extra day to your stay. Just little things like that. All right, we did attractions, and you said you need to do everything in Disney, so I'm not going to break down anything. But is there one thing that you could think about, like, over everything else that you'd want to try and do?
Let me think. I know for sure, like, Pirates of the Caribbean ride will be up there. I love Pirates of the Caribbean, Johnny Depp, so that would be way up there. But also, like, they have like a Peter Pan ride, right? And
yeah, that's like an hour wait at least. It's so adorable, though.
Yeah, I love Peter Pan's one of my favorite Disney movies, so I would definitely want to do that and Little Mermaid. Like I said, I want to do all of them, but those would be top for sure. There's not a Beauty and the Beast or a Lion King ride there, is there?
There's the Lion King stage show in Animal Kingdom, which is amazing. It's like a Broadway show. It is amazing. As for Beauty and the Beast, there is Enchanted Tales with Belle, which is...
Is that more for little kids?
It's... So they have like big animatronic props, and you go through the story of Beauty and the Beast, but you walk through, and then you have Belle at the end kind of reading you the story, and you get to interact with her and take photos.
Oh, I would love that. Yes, Lion King's my favorite movie, like, of all time, not even just Disney movies. So I would have to see the Lion King.
Mickey's Filler Magic does have Lion King scenes in it. It's a 3D film, so there are scenes from Lion King in that. So that's also has some Lion King elements. But yeah, it's an attraction though. They haven't done a Lion King attraction fully yet, which is weird to me. I think it would have been a no-brainer. Like, you could throw a Lion King ride in Animal Kingdom and do a dark ride. I don't know why they haven't.
Yeah.
But Peter Pan and Pirates of the Caribbean, you want to get your pirate on. I get it. And those are 2 great attractions. Definitely worth. Pirates of the Caribbean, I will say, is always worth the wait. Normally around 30 minutes.
So that's not that bad. I was expecting like over an hour or something like that.
And as much as people gripe about it, I've recently reused Genie Plus since they updated the app. Mm-hmm. And now that they tell you times of your next available Fast Pass, I enjoy it. It's not bad. It's $15 for the day. That's not that bad at all. Mm-hmm. I mean, I know people say it's nickel and diming, but I'm just going to say it right now. If they did it the same time Universal implemented their Express Pass, no one would say anything. No one would have been saying anything. Disney's the bad guy right now. Let's just be honest about it. They are.
Yeah. So
let's move on to the next option, which is one of my favorite because I love it. Merchandising, where all your money's wasted.
Yeah.
So I have to ask this from everyone that's come so far. What is the thing that if you left the park, you would be crying when you got home without getting? What is the one thing you need to have?
I really so at Universal, I wanted to make sure I got a cool shirt. That's merch, but I got the with all the classic monsters and rides on it shirt, the Universal one. Agreed. And I also got the Back to the Future hoodie is probably like my favorite piece of clothing. I love it. So no big wasting money on lightsabers or something like that. Nothing like that. I don't think I would. Now see, Disney, that's a whole different thing. If I went to Disney, I probably when I go to Disney, I will probably waste a bunch of money. Like if they have anything like I would really like some kind of pretty the Beauty and the Beast rose. If they have some kind of
They
really
have
nice
that.
there, that's I'm not leaving without it. Even if it's
Um,
expensive,
I
if it's the only thing I'm getting it.
I do want to address the Southern Key. So okay, so there's 3 allotments for wait times, right? You have standard guests, you have lightning lanes, and you have disabled access. Disabled access works like the regular Genie Plus service. You go and check in, and they give you a return time, normally what is equal to the standard wait time for that ride. It is not an immediate access. It's not a skip the line, anything like that. If you want that like super bougie experience, Disney offers VIP tours, so does Universal. Those, if you have enough people, can actually be of value. So Disney's VIP tours is around $4,000 in the low period for 10 people. You get 10 people together, you're about spending $200 a person to cut every single line and get on every ride in one day.
That's worth it.
That's what I'm saying. So if you have the people together to do it, I've been seeing more VIP tours lately, and my viewpoint is they might be staying there and cut 2 days off their trips by just doing one thing of $200 for everyone.
I didn't know they did that. I mean, it's not surprising, but now that I know about it, I'm gonna have to look into that.
It depends on time of season. So it could go up to like almost $7,000 for the group of 10, but still, the amount of access you have, they drive you around everywhere. It doesn't matter what park you're going to. It doesn't matter. Like they take you everywhere. And Universal has a similar type of thing for bigger groups. It's, in my view, worth every penny of it. Yeah. Especially if this is like a once in a lifetime thing. Because guess what? You're on Rise of the Resistance right away. You're on Flight of Passage right away.
Yeah, see, I would love to go on that ride, but like it's like horror stories hearing about the waits.
Okay,
like,
so
I don't know if I could do that. That's like
I have 1,000% luck on Rise of the Resistance. I've gotten every boarding group I ever wanted to do. I've gotten the lightning lanes without it, and I have waited less than 30 minutes in the morning for the ride. So you just have to be
go at the right time.
You go at the right time and make sure there's someone in your group that actually knows how to work a phone to get your type of passes. I have not missed a boarding group for Guardians. Like, this is all about learning that technology stuff. But I just wanted to get over that quickly because Southern KT asked a question about disabled access. And remember, you can pre-do that with interviews beforehand. For the disabled access, they offer that now. Normally, you'd have to do it the first day when you came in. And that's a 60-day window for your DAS service to be valid for. Sorry. Again, I know random stuff. But merch. So you were saying Disney, you'd need the rose, a glass slipper, maybe. What are you thinking?
Yeah, that's the thing. I'm a sucker for the Disney princess thing. It must be the little girl in me. I love the Disney princesses. So I'd be running around like a toddler. I mean, I was like that at Universal. But hi, Keisha Corey. Yeah,
you do know they reopened Bibbidi Bobbidi Boutique, right?
Oh man, yeah. See, my money's gone going to Disney. Like I wasn't that expensive. I didn't get a bunch of stuff at Universal. They had a lot of nice stuff. I mean, it's Universal, but I got what I wanted there. It was closed.
I got the little fertility idol from Indiana Jones at Disney the other week.
Oh, that's cool. But yeah, I'm a sucker for the princess stuff. I'd probably have to get something like Ariel related and Jasmine too. Belle's my favorite though, but then Jasmine. So
they definitely have a good amount of. Disney has the female market covered in terms of merchandising. They have like 18,000 shirts for every one guy shirt. I'm just saying. So
makes sense.
But yeah, you definitely want to
love Minnie Mouse, so I had to get something cute, some cute Minnie Mouse thing. I do have ears. But
the ears are cool, and they've definitely done a better job recently with merch. I've noticed that Universal has done too. Universal has done a better job also, but both of them have been really marketing and targeting our age demographic. I think like the 30 to 40-year-olds, because there's a lot of like obscure collectible stuff coming out of nowhere. Like I said, the Indiana Jones relics and stuff like that are all like at $100. You're like, oh, that's not that too bad. But then when you realize you got 6 of them, you're like, oh, now it is. Like I spent $100 on a Thanos gauntlet. Like what am I going to use this for? But I do theme park content, so I can do it. And
there you go.
There, it's a write-off. It's an expense. Shh. But yeah, I would say definitely the merchandising side, Disney I think has a little bit of a leg up. Besides like the Harry Potter stuff. Harry Potter stuff is nice. I wish they would bring more lower tier collectibles in Universal because a lot of their stuff is like $1,000 because it's all signed stuff behind glass. Like, oh, you want the signed guitar from Back to the Future 2? I'm like, can I get a replica signed guitar? Like, not the real thing. I'll take the replica.
I was good at Universal because there was Ghostbusters. Like, there was a lot of stuff that I wanted to get, but I'm like, I don't need to come home with 10 shirts. So I stuck to a Universal shirt and the Back to the Future hoodie, and I was really good about it.
Yeah, she has more control than I do. That's good for you. All right, so Paige and Corey just got home from work, family reunion. Oh, it's good. Have fun with your family reunion. That sounds like fun, Paige and Corey.
Yeah.
So we finished merch. She knows what she's doing at Universal and Disney. She's kind of got those figured out. So we're gonna go next to entertainment. Now this is where things can be different because we now know that Wicked Virtue has a soft spot for Belle. I'm wondering, does Universal lose out in terms of characters and possibilities for photos?
So I wouldn't say they lose out, but Disney definitely, I'm going to be going up to the characters more. Like at Universal, who was out? There was Marilyn was out when I was there. Beetlejuice, which he was really funny. I got a funny picture of him like checking me out. Homer and Bart were out. I might be missing somebody, and it was fun. Like it was great. Like they're funny. Donkey wasn't out, unfortunately. I don't know if he's still there, but like he was when I went there, but he wasn't out. I'm trying to think. Anybody else? They had Bumblebee was out, or I think it was Bumblebee. So yeah, Disney definitely would take the cake because I'm gonna see the princess and be like, I'm gonna go up and run up to the princesses, like all the characters. I love it.
So I'll ask this too because there are. All right, so I want to bring something up. Valiance, I think I'm saying your name right. He's bringing up a valid point. If you look at Disney World and Universal Orlando versus Disneyland and Universal Studios Hollywood, Disneyland by far takes characters to a new level. Their characters are out all the time. They have more character interactions. It is amazing compared to what Disney World has to offer. I'm assuming for their connection and closeness to Hollywood, so they have more of those people that are equity union actors over there.
Yeah, because don't they have like the Avengers campus? I've heard that they always have them all walking around.
They have more Star Wars characters. They have more Pirates-related characters. They have Red the Pirate, where we just get Captain Jack. They have so many more characters over there for a much smaller park. It's just like they have Oswald the Rabbit. We don't get him. People don't know Oswald. Oswald was the other character Walt Disney created before Mickey Mouse, and there was rights issues over him until about 2005. So it's just something to think about if you're in the California area. Disneyland is like the character mecca. They're out everywhere. They're rare characters out more. They offer more after-hour parties for characters. It is just something that you have to think about, and especially
I definitely feel
Rocky
like
Mountain side over.
Yeah, I want to go. Like I had this question when I was on Orange Grove. I picked Disney World over Disneyland because I don't know, there's just more to do probably at Disney World. But I do want to go to Disneyland because that's something that Walt touched. That's one of my big things. Yeah. Like he was there. There's things there that when he created it. Yeah. But yeah, there's the Avengers campus is a big plus too.
Technically, Walt touched the land that Magic Kingdom's on when he was looking at it.
He touched the land. Yeah, that's. I guess you're.
Most people don't think about it that way, but he walked all over those orange groves. So, yeah. I will say, and this is something I would say, as much as people love Disneyland, Tokyo Disney is the best Disney park on the planet.
Have you been there?
I've been once, and I want to go back again. It was
that would be
like
fun.
10 years ago, before I did any YouTube stuff and all that. But it is. Service, the magic, everything that Disney World used to have is there still. Everything that Disneyland used to have is there still. And I think it's because of, I don't want to say work ethic, but I think it's just because of how the Japanese people are.
Yeah,
everything is amazing.
Love to go there. I want to go to Japan in general, so I would love to go to
But
Disneyland
like,
Tokyo.
if you want what Disney was in the 90s, when most people probably fell in love with the Disney parks, that's Tokyo Disney. That Tokyo Disney and Disney Sea, bar none. And look, I'm not biased. I love Disney World. Don't get me wrong, but I will go to Tokyo Disney in a heartbeat if I could. I mean, I'd be like, oh, I gotta go to Magic Kingdom today. Oh well, I go film something. Someone told me they're gonna pay for my flight to Japan. I'd be putting my dog in a boarding thing and off the plane. I don't care what I gotta go through to get there. So, entertainment-wise, you like Universal.
I'm beelining it for Belle. That's
You're beelining it for Belle.
Yes.
You know, you can get a picture of Belle in two different spots, in Epcot and in Magic Kingdom. So just a little.
And I would say like Jack Sparrow too.
There is a Beauty and the Beast show.
What is
in
it?
France, the Pavilion, where it's a weird show. I'm gonna say it's a weird show. It's LeFou somehow setting everything up in the movie, which really, really, like he stitched Belle's dress. What?
What?
Like this is some like what if tale of LeFou somehow playing fairy godmother matchmaker throughout the entire thing.
That's odd. I mean, I'd still watch it, but that's very odd.
Later, Phil. Enjoy.
Bye, Phil.
Have a good rest of your day. So I think we've gotten through all of the 4 pillars, but we have one extra. And bye, Cajun. You're leaving all at good times. We're about to be over anyway. We have one more, and this I can remove this and just bring us up. We have one more thing because you've been to the parks. What's your perfect park memory?
Perfect park memory. Okay. Let me think on that for a second. Besides, so it was all just like super magical for me because I'd never been to a park. So even just like as soon as I go up the escalator to City Walk, I was like, oh, it's like an outside mall. Look at all this fun stuff. Like it was just amazing. I also ate at that burger place that was at City Walk. It was like was it cow? It was okay. So it was like across from the big Universal Globe. It was like a sports bar, but it was really good.
Oh, the NBC sports bar.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It was really good. Perfect park memory. Just honestly, I had a good time. Just
thank you, Jabba the Whoop.
Hi, Jabba. Just walking around. You know, it wasn't even just the rides. It was just being there, smelling all the smells, and it wasn't really like busy either. Like it wasn't like slow, but it was January. You've been there in January, you know what I'm talking about. It was for my birthday too, so it was a really great time. It's such a beautiful place. Everything excited me. The globe. I was like, I need a picture with the Universal thing behind me, and I got the one with my Back to the Future hoodie. So I think just the whole just being there was a great memory. Just being able to walk through and enjoy it. You know, it's hard to pick. I will
ask you is this for the future, what things do you think would equal a special moment? Like what are you thinking that you could end up doing that would equal being your next perfect memory? Like you said, you're going to plan to come down next time. Is there anything you could think of that would surpass that first moment, or do you think that first moment walking in, or do you think like walking into Magic Kingdom will surpass walking into City Walk?
It might, because I really want to do Epcot too. So it's because, don't get me wrong, like Universal is great, but it's like Disney's definitely got you on the nostalgia. We grow up watching Disney movies. We love Disney. So I feel like walking into Disney and just seeing all that magic, I probably would just be overloaded. So I can say it probably would surpass it. Yeah, I'd have to say I think it would.
I will say this. Like I said, I've been going to the theme parks for like 33 and a half years. I can say that, actually, math in my head. And I will say, a lot of people rag on Galaxy's Edge. January 2020, before the whole world went crazy, I was staying at Beach Club to go specifically for Rise of the Resistance. 4 a.m, walking over to the theme park because you had to be inside at 5 to wait 2 hours for 7 to get your boarding group. Right, so I'm there at 5 a.m. I didn't even get coffee. I'm sitting there. It was cold, surprisingly, 42 degrees in Florida that morning.
That's cold.
I did not pack anything for cold, so I was in a t-shirt and shorts, waiting for that thing. My hand, like actually a little frigid, like there was like little frost on my phone, waiting for the thing. Like it was cold.
That's dedication right there.
Yeah, so we're waiting. And I will say I felt bad for people, but if you've seen the videos from that time frame of people waiting to get that boarding group and you hear the cheers and the like sighs and the cursing, I get it. I have the screenshot still. Boarding group number 1 for my first time
on Rise of the Resistance.
For Rise of the Resistance, like 2 months, a few weeks after it opened, like literally like a month maybe.
Wow.
It opened like December time frame for Disney World.
Mm-hmm.
I was like the month later because I won cheap point time for DVC is January, and I'm just like I'm screaming, yelling, and I'm just seeing everyone around me that didn't get it, and so it was a good memory, like I'm saying, but it was also like a vindictive memory, I guess. But, sorry for sharing that because I do like that story. So that's why I'm saying the thing when you are attracted to these theme parks and you're going, those memories will start to pile up and you will definitely end up overlapping things.
Oh, I'm sure. Like that first one, especially like I said, I know you know what I'm talking about. You come up the escalator and you see Seawalk. I was just like, oh my god, it's a whole new like magical world, and that's I know that's simple, but that probably was my best memory.
I had the same thing October last year, first time going back to the Universal in 20 years. I only went in the early 90s. I never went after that.
Wow.
Yeah, because Animal Kingdom opened up and I'm like, yeah, so I was walking in, I'm like, oh, here's all this Harry Potter stuff I know nothing about, but I'll walk through it. It's all cool. Like, all right, like I get that. I get Universal. So I do get that whole thing. But we are towards the end. We had the one extra special column because Wicked Virtue has theme park memories, which my first guest didn't. So before we go, I would like to, again, share anything you have coming up.
Yeah, I just have my Twitch streams. And again, Tom was nice enough to put my link tree in his description. On Twitter and Instagram as well. I also do cosplays on Fan House and Patreon. Yeah, that's about all I got going on YouTube. I'm going to be adding more content to YouTube. Like I said, it's funny that what you said about the shorts, because I literally just yesterday posted my first short.
I saw it.
Yeah, and I'm like, okay, this is doing better than a video I just posted. And I like shorter stuff too. I understand why shorts do better, because some people don't want to watch, thanks, Orange Grove.
Thank you for watching.
Thank you.
Thank you. I hope it was, I hope you liked it. Thank you.
But yeah, so YouTube, Twitch, all my socials are posted right in his description. Again, I appreciate that you did that.
And as for the next one of these, we will have a special guest. Also, this time coming up next Saturday will be Dreaming Tabitha. She will be sharing what will be her perfect park day. And please leave comments for future guests that you guys would like to see. Make it realistic. I know people, but I don't know everyone. So don't go asking for Gary or something like that for Nerdrotics. I don't have that much pull. Again, thank you all for watching. The 10 of you that were in here most of the time. Hopefully, you guys found helpful information. And thank you to my wonderful guest, Wicked Virtue, for appeasing with my inane babbling at times. I'm sorry. I go a little Rain Man sometimes. Everyone, as always, don't be afraid to be the fool. Have fun on your vacations. Don't be afraid to say hi. I won't bite, but this little guy might. And enjoy the rest of your weekends. Bye.
Bye, everyone.